Hey there, Keyforge people. This is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. This is going to be a Worlds Collide deck that I traded one from my display with one of my brothers-in-law. This is the last one I have from his display. And let's see here. We have Sapphirohorn, Spawn of Blasvate. That is a weird name. It's a nice gray Archon. Wow, I don't even know. I'm guessing that I'm going to get Untamed because of the Spawn, and maybe Sapphirohorn is like Saurian and Logos. Well, we got Untamed, Dees, and Logos. So wow, I got 2 out of 3 right. Pretty good here. So in Logos, I'm looking for ways to accelerate my deck. In Untamed, I'm looking for hopefully ways to accelerate my forging. Whether, getting lots of amber, punishing stealing, lowering my key cost, and in Dees, I'm hoping for some deck control mostly. Nowadays, maybe some amber control too if I get a really good setup. And I have to say, in Worlds Collide, these are not the houses that I'm most excited about, but, I feel like Dees and Untamed both took a hit compared to Coda and even AOA, but Logos is amazing. And the Untamed Dees can be great. It's just on the average that I think they took a hit. Oh, wow. Okay, right off the bat in Dees we hit an anomaly. So that's fun. First card. So, wow. That's Infomancer. It's a 3-power human cyborg with elusive. And when you play Infomancer, you graft an action card from your hand onto it. And when it reaps, you trigger the play effect of an action card grafted onto it. So if you somehow end up with the second one grafted onto it, you get to pick every time you reap. Okay, wow, that's fun. That's an exciting start. Well, who knows what could happen. This is going to be crazy. Binding Irons, 3 is an action that just says your opponent gains 3 chains. Oh, I'm imagining having Infomancer say reap, your opponent gains 3 chains. That's crazy. Okay, that's interesting. Festering Touch has a bonus amber and choose up to 2 creatures. Deal 1 damage to each chosen creature. If that creature was already damaged, deal 3 instead. Also would be interesting. One thing to note here, when you graft the action card, you don't get that bonus amber. And when you resolve the play effect, when you trigger the play effect from reaping with Infomancer, you just get the play effect, you don't get the bonus amber. So, interesting, but wow, could be pretty good. Wow. 2 Festering Touches, okay. Harbinger of Doom, 2-power demon with 3 armor, and destroy each creature. Infernus is a 4-power demon with purge up to 2 cards from a discard pile, and your opponent loses amber equal to the total amber bonus of the purged cards. That's really good stuff. Not Finished With You is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck. It's a good way to get the Infernus back. Hysteria, another good way to get to play the Infernus again. It's an action that says return each creature to its owner's hand. That would probably not be great to put on Infomancer because then the Infomancer would come back to your hand. It's interesting though. Oh, Obsidian Forge is an artifact with a bonus amber, and it's an item. And as an action, you can sacrifice any number of friendly creatures and then forge a key at +6 current cost, reduced by 1 amber for each creature sacrificed this way. And if you do destroy Obsidian Forge, if you have the Harbinger on the board when you do that, you get a board wipe out of it too, which could be really interesting. Key to Dees is an artifact, an item with Omni, sacrifice it, destroy each creature. Wow, doing the Obsidian Forge with Harbinger and dropping a key to D so you could do it again next turn could be pretty oppressive. Oh, Wretched Doll, that's not great. It's an artifact, an item with action. If there's a Doom counter in play, destroy all creatures with Doom counters, otherwise put a Doom counter on a creature. And then we have Scientist Bane, which is an action with a bonus amber that destroys a Scientist creature. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about the Infomancer is that we can potentially put actions from other houses under it, so that could be pretty interesting. Although I think both the Binding Irons and the Festering Touch are interesting options, and the Scientist Bane could be interesting too, depending on the situation. Not Finished With You could be interesting. Wow. Alright, so then in Logos we have Babbling Bibliophile. It's a 1-power Cyborg Scientist with Reap, draw 2 cards. Hologramophone is an artifact with a bonus amber, and it's an item, and it has action, ward a creature. That's a good way to keep that Infomancer protected. Information Exchange is an action that when you play it you steal 1, but if your opponent stole an amber from you on their previous turn, you steal 2 instead. That wouldn't be bad to put on the Infomancer. Quant is a 3-power human scientist with Reap. You may play 1 non-Logos action card this turn. We had a lot of action cards in D, so I think the Quant has good value here already. Sanitation Engineer, 4-power Cyborg Scientist with Hazardous 1 and Reap, discard a card from your hand. That's actually really good for cycling. Tauta Vapors is an action with play, draw 2 cards, archive a card. Oh wow, also a great Infomancer target. Titan Guardian, another way to maybe protect the Infomancer. It's a 5-power beast and cyborg with an armor and taunt, and when it's destroyed, if it's not on a flank, you draw 2 cards. And now, okay, so really quick, a couple interesting notes. One is, if you kill this with the Obsidian Forge, you get to draw 2 cards, which could be pretty good. The Hologramophone gives a way to potentially protect the Infomancer from an Obsidian Forge hit on Harbinger. And then lastly, that all I was going to say? I think that was all I was going to say. But yeah, that's a good way to draw 2 cards. Yeah, cool stuff. Oh, but yeah, this is what I was going to say. Obsidian Forge with Hologramophone with Ward. If the creature is not actually destroyed by the effect, then it doesn't reduce the key cost. So important to note that. Oh, Twin Bolt Emission. Gain an amber, deal 2 damage to a creature and 2 damage to a different creature. That would also be interesting to put under the Infomancer. I'd just be worried if we clear the board too much, then suddenly the Infomancer has to hit itself or some of your other creatures. Oh, Code Monkey. It's a 3-power AI and beast with deploy, and after you play it, you archive each neighboring creature, and if those creatures share a house, you gain 2 amber. That's pretty good. Dr. Millie. 2-power Scientist with play for each creature your opponent controls in excess of you, not counting Dr. Millie. Archive a card. Good stuff. Chaos Portal is an artifact and location with action. Choose a house. Reveal the top card of your deck if it is that house. If it's of that house, play it. Important note, if it's not of that house, you just put it back on the deck because it's reveal, not discard. Ooh, and then Replicator. I've been getting a lot of these lately. It's a 2-power mutant with Reap. Trigger the Reap effect of another creature in play as if you controlled that creature. That creature does not exhaust. Good card. Cool. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Cool. Okay, let's see what we got in Untamed. Bramble Lynx is a 3-power beast with Skirmish, and if you have used a creature to reap this turn, Bramble Lynx enters play ready. Cauldron Boil. Gain an amber and deal damage to each creature equal to the amount of damage on that creature. Interesting. We did get a Ghost Hawk. This is really nice with the Bramble Lynx because it means even if we don't have untamed creatures in play, as long as we have any creatures in play, we can get a Reap in and get the Bramble Lynx in ready. Ghost Hawks is a 2-power beast with deploy and play. You may reap with each neighboring creature 1 at a time. It's really nice if we can get it next to Babbling Bibliophile, maybe in between Babbling Bibliophile and Quant could be good. Oh wow, in between Babbling Bibliophile and Infomancer would be crazy. Good stuff. Oh, 2 Ghost Hawks. I love it. Okay, this is my first double Ghost Hawk deck, and I love Ghost Hawk. It's one of my favorite, maybe my favorite new Untamed card. It's just so good. Oh, Harmonia is a 2-power human witch with elusive, and after you play a creature, if there are more enemy creatures than friendly creatures, gain an amber. This is a good follow-up after you've done an Obsidian Forge, because maybe you're down on creatures, but this gives you a way to really take advantage of starting to build your board back up. Regrowth is an action with a bonus amber. After you play it, you return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. This on Infomancer could be a way to, like, just keep returning the Infernus, which would be crazy. Unsuspecting Prey is an action. When you play it, you deal 2 damage to up to 3 undamaged creatures. 2 of those. 3 of those, wow. I think that's too much, but that's okay. Lodon is an action with a bonus amber, and when you play it, if there are 3 or more untamed creatures in your discard pile, gain 2 amber, and shuffle each untamed creature from your discard pile into your deck. Pretty cool. Now, if you're at the end of your deck, and you have Infomancer there, and you can, like, play this, put this on the Infomancer, get to a situation where, like, you reap with the Infomancer, gain an extra 2, return the Ghost Hawks. Wow, I mean, you could do some cool stuff. So, wow, that's exciting. Curiosity is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you destroy each scientist creature. Wow, we have a lot of scientist hate here, because we have Scientist Bane also. We have Bibliophile is a scientist, Quant is a scientist, Sanitation Engineer is a scientist, Dr. Millie is a scientist. So, I think we just have 4 scientists. Oh, is Infomancer one too? No, Human Cyborg. So, that's all of them. Interesting. But yeah, a lot of scientists hate in a deck with some scientists. Oh, wow. And then to cap it all off, we have Taliga, who's a 3-power human witch, who says each time your opponent plays a creature, gain an amber. That is fantastic. You dropped this and Taliga early, and you were just, or this and Harmonia early, and man, you are in business. Cool stuff. This is an interesting deck and very weird, and Infomancer is one of my, I think, one of the most interesting anomalies in here. I am very excited about that. Yeah, and so many targets. I mean, so many targets for the Infomancer. You have so many choices, and that's good with the Quant too. And Replicator can trigger either the Infomancer or the Quant or the Bibliophile. I mean, lots of good, interesting stuff here. What is this deck going to struggle with? Well, it has a low creature count. Well, I guess it's not a terribly low creature count, but it's not big. And on top of that, they're not big creatures. So, yeah, that's what I'm most worried about here, is just having not very excellent board control. The Hysteria can help, but probably sets us back too. But maybe that's the answer. Yeah, we'll have to play it and see. But cool stuff, and I'm excited to try it out. That was Sapphirohorn, Spawn of Blasphate. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the deck reveal, and I'll see you around. Get out there and forge some keys.